So I was never able to pick up the original Mobile Ginn from Gundam Seed, but I did get the Creamsicle version, or the Miguel version. And strangely enough, when I was looking up for the box art of the original Ginn, I found another version of this guy. It's some exclusive, and the box is different looking, but I couldn't find pictures of it, so I don't know if there is an actual difference. I have no idea. If anybody knows, let me know. And this one also has some stickers. You got the whatever DF is on here and the crossbone. Now this guy doesn't come with the shield that this mobile suit should have. It's an okay shield, but the cool thing is it has the same kind of skull and crossbone on it. And when I was looking online, I also found this P-Bandai Master Grade version with the shield. It's a darker orange though. I like this orange. Unless the pictures aren't doing it justice, I don't know. But it's a darker shade. But I like this color. Now, being an old high grade from 2003, it is limited. But I'm slowly being reminded that Seed did have some good posability here and there. Seems to be mostly angle-wise, like this guy here. Very nice, very nice. It really helps if these flaps can get out of the way, especially the front. And then you have these binders, which they do that, and a little bit of that, and nothing amazing. And accessories, well, you got missile pods. I like that they're green, just because it's the same plate as like the little bit of green here and on the wings. So it's unique. How many green missiles do you see? And also, I think the Master Grade had these connection ports being identical, so you can have like weapons up here or here, no matter like what they were. But here, these ones are bigger, so it has to be down here for the missiles, and it has to be on the skirt for the sword. Which I never understood why it has hosing, these wires going on the side. Maybe it tells you in the wiki. I don't know. A little loose, but not too bad. And then the machine gun. Another thing I'm being reminded of is a lot of Seed, not just Destiny kits, did have mounting points for their weapons on the back. I totally forgot. I thought it was really Destiny that kind of standardized that, but no. It looks like it was at least started in Seed. And a nice secure fit too. Perfect for the hand. Now while I didn't get the original Ginn, I got all the other variants. Pretty much. I'm sure there's other ones I'm going to find online that I didn't get, but the basic ones. Like the high mobility type, which has quite a few new pieces. And I love the fact that they just used the existing armor and the parts that certain pieces would peg into to put the new parts on, like the chest here. They're just using these parts here, where these parts would connect for that. The skirts for these, the parts where the missiles go, for the leg thrusters, and of course the new thruster binders here, which have these cool looking, like almost Gene Drive-esque turbines, and definitely a little more articulation. Although they go in more than they go out. I wish they could spread out more. Kind of weird. But same articulation still, and a different head, mohawk crest thingy. It does look good. I like it. And comes with the same sword. Nothing different there, just a different color. And it is a different gun though. It's quite a bit bulkier than the original one. But they didn't include a peg for storage on the back, unfortunately. So it has to be in the hand. But considering it doesn't really have anything else, it doesn't have to be on the back. So I have no problem with that, really. And it also holds it great. And it's got this weird gap. I never noticed that. It's got this weird gap in the... Why does it have a gap in the front? Does that... I didn't know that! Oh my god! That's so cool. Why didn't I realize that? I've had this for a while. Maybe I forgot. Oh, I like it even more. Okay, very cool. High mobility type, great. But then we have the high mobility type 2, which we saw in Seed Destiny. And once again, they reused the same body, but they used the same ports to give you a little extra armor, like the chest here, the skirts, the leg thrusters, which are much more, what is it, Zaku 2, or Zaku Warrior, sorry. And the shoulder armor is different. First one to have different shoulder armor. And binders are the same. The middle piece there is different. See, it's got little flaps. Which, if you don't glue them, they really like to come off. Kind of looks like a duckbill. And of course a different head. Almost looks like it could have like a beam emitter coming out. Thankfully they didn't do that because it still would have been cool in Freedom with the Infinite Justice, but it wouldn't have been as impactful to have the giant horn beam effect. And it does have different accessories. You got a totally different beam. I think it's a beam rifle this time. Pretty sure they finally got away from the machine gun. And I'm pretty sure it's a beam rifle. But no peg on it, so it still can't go on the back skirt, which is just weird to me. Like, they started off well, and then they kind of forgot or just didn't care. I'd go for didn't care, because the peg hole is still there. So it's weird. It's a little loose. Loosest weapon out of the gens. We've also got a shield this time, which is kind of wed down-ish. And the red sticker here. And it just plugs right into the hand, doesn't peg in anywhere, just goes right in like that, and you're done. And finally, because why not, a katana. Sure, it needs, I guess, some kind of physical weapon, so I appreciate it's not white. Even a little bit of extra color here on the sheath. And how many red sheaths do we have, really? And it pegs right where the other sword would go for the sheath. A little long, it actually is like exactly the right height, so if you try to have some kind of pose, just be careful. But it does work as like a third leg, kind of. And then finally, we've gone through Seed, Seed Destiny, and now we're going to Stargazer with the Insurgent type gen, which was piloted by like 4 or 5 kids. It was weird. Like, were they... It's weird. I don't know why they were kids. Like, it makes me think of the Federation using the extended people, like the ones who were like genetically modified from when they were kids, but they're in a Zaft mobile suit. So I'm thinking that was Federation taking a Zaft gen and then using it to like start a escalate the war sort of thing. I don't know. I didn't really read up on it. Maybe they tell you, but it's got a different forehead piece for the extra sensors. Or the light. Maybe it's just a searchlight, but it's right there. It's a different forehead piece. Same thing with the collar. They give you a new little attachment there, and it has to be a different front skirt so you can attach this thingy, which looks like another light, I guess. And it has the same kind of gun as the original gen. Thankfully, it can still mount it on the back skirt. Comes with the same missile pods, but this time orange missiles, because once again it has to match these parts here that are on the mobile suit. So more missile love is good. Same sword, just in the sandy brown, and pretty sure this is the exact same bazooka that the Asteroid Blue Frame High Grade has. I think it is. Maybe it's slightly different, but it looks the same to me. If I was smart, I would have grabbed the Blue Frame High Grade, but obviously I'm not. And it's also a little loose, but you can kind of fix that. Just get it over the shoulder, bend the elbows lightly, and you're good to go. So this is one of the mobile suits, or one of the gens that actually utilize the peg here, because it can hold 2 other weapons and have that peg back here. And that's all the gens that I have. So let's see if I can get them all shot here together, because they're all cool, and I still want to get the original. Someday, maybe, I'll find it in a online shop at a good price. But as it is, I'm happy with what I got. I really wish we would have gotten the Assault Shroud gen. That would have been great, that bulky guy, just to round it out, because what we got here is still great, but I wouldn't mind a few more variants.